I saw a comment that was like, wow, they were going to be the first NFL team to lose somebody to the transfer portal. And it's like, that's not technically what's happening, but that's a pretty funny way to
But
put
like
it.
it is.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Welcome, everybody, to Graveyard Shift Sports, your midnight snack of sports talk.
We are here to help catch you up on everything that you missed, or, maybe just explain it a little bit better than your boyfriend does.
Or your girlfriend, maybe your coworker, somebody.
Whoever it is in your life that's explaining it poorly, we're here to do better. We got new episodes dropping every Monday, so please and thank you, hit subscribe and find us on Instagram and TikTok as well, so that you can fake being the sports expert at your next brunch. That's what we're
Nailed
here
it.
to help you with. And if you've got any questions, drop them down below. Maybe next week we will answer them. But as for this week, here's what is on the menu. For midnight snacks, we got some baseball all-star news, some NFL drama going on, a little bit of baby fever happening, and then later on in girl dinner, big thing is we're gonna do our recap of the WNBA, All-Star game. A lot of all-star things happening the past week or so. And then we've got our sports question mark segment. I'm gonna learn something today because Josh is going to explain the different types of golf courses.
It's very, very interesting information.
Yeah, I'm a novice golfer over here, so I didn't realize that was a thing. And then we're gonna wrap it up with our MVP of the week. Josh and I will both pick our fave athlete of the week and what they did. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Into it?
Let's do it.
First things first, on the home front, nothing really happened this week.
No,
I don't think we even watched a single Marvel movie. We're really behind on our schedule of watching those.
Yeah, a view into my world this past week is that we have our earnings report that comes out this next week.
Nerd.
Which requires a lot of work from me at work the last 2 weeks. So, in order for us to be prepared to publish earnings report. So, with that being said, I was pretty busy this past week at work, and that I honestly would pretty much sum up what we did last week. Had a work dinner, had a work lunch. It was very exciting stuff that I'm sure everyone would love to hear more about. But
I didn't even have my golf lesson this past week because it was our off week. So it was a very quiet week on the home front.
4 straight weeks coming up, so that's pretty exciting.
I do. Yes. Watch out, Joshua. I'm coming for you.
You hung out with your best friend. That was the first time you'd seen her in a little bit.
Oh, true, yeah. She's a busy gal. I mean, so am I. We're busy. Being an adult just really sucks.
Yeah.
What can I say? You're busy all the time.
Yeah.
Things.
While you were doing that, I got to hang out with my boys for a little bit. Also been a while since I'd gotten to see them. Yeah, the boys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boys.
Boys.
The boys.
But yeah, so quiet weekend for the most part, but pretty good. So
yeah. So this week we're gonna watch at least two Marvel movies. Let's set a goal for ourselves.
Setting a high bar here.
We were going hot and heavy for a while, and then we fell off. What can I say? So we've got to pick it back up.
Got back from vacation, and then just hit a wall there. So
and then real life picked back up, and here we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, not anything exciting to talk about there. So let's get right into it. Our midnight snacks up first. This is our men's news segment. So first things first, we have the home run derby. Talk about it, Josh.
So it was MLB All-Star Week. All the All-Stars were there. And basically, to sum that up, what I have heard is that the All-Star break for the MLB is one of those that, it kind of sucks for the players. Like, they've got to fly in, so they'll play a game it'll be like their last game before the All-Star week. Then they have to fly overnight to where the All-Star game's at. Then they have a whole day of media stuff before it actually kicks off. You have the home run derby and then you have the All-Star game after that, and then 2 days, and then they're back playing regular baseball. So it's really not much of a
Just kind of a
break at
lot.
all. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of a lot of travel, and they're already doing a lot of travel because they're playing so
Mm-hmm.
many games a year. But with that all being said, yes, we kicked off All-Star Week with the Home Run Derby, which if you've never watched, it's very exciting. If you are ADHD or something like that, you can't pay attention to baseball because those games last like 3.5 hours,
They're
and they're
very
kind of
long.
they can be pretty slow paced at times.
Yeah.
The Home Run Derby is just action. So you have a set amount of time. It was 3 minutes in the first round, and then 2 minutes in the second round, and then 2 minutes in the final. And your goal is you have so many pitches that you get thrown at you. It's 40 for the
Uh-huh.
3 minute section, it's 27 for the 2 minute sections. Your job is to hit as many of those balls in 3 minutes, but they need to be home runs. So
Uh-huh.
it's very quick, it's fast paced, it's big moon shots. One guy hit it
Yeah.
513 feet.
Oh,
It was
wow.
exciting. Yeah. So really, I mean, really fun. Everybody pretty much performed. But the guy that won it is a guy that we have talked about before. His name is Cal Riley, aka Big Dumper. Dude's got quite the dump truck on his behind. He was able to. What's really cool about him too is that he's ambidextrous behind the plate. So
That is crazy. I didn't realize that until we were watching this. And
yeah,
he's like equally as crazy good on both sides, which like doesn't feel like it should be possible.
yeah. So it was in the first 3 minute section, he started on the left, then he went to the right, and then he went back to the left. And then he stayed on the left for the remainder of it. Because I think the way that the park is set up, it was a little bit shorter for the side that he'd be hitting to if he's batting from the left side.
Oh, interesting.
But
Okay.
goes to show you he's quite the weapon in
Yeah,
regular season and postseason play because you gotta, is he going to bat left? Is he going to bat right? We don't know.
you
Like
literally
where
don't
do you
know.
throw the ball for him?
Huh.
So yeah, that was pretty exciting. What a cool story about him too is you get to pick who your catcher and who your pitcher is, and so a
Uh-huh.
lot of these guys will pick like their little league coach or somebody like that, somebody sentimental that helped them get to this point in their career. He chose his dad as the pitcher,
Aw.
and then the catcher was his little brother. So it was a whole family affair, and you could see his
Oh.
like when he was batting, his little brother was like chirping him from behind, like telling him, "That was a good hit. That was a good hit." So
Oh,
that
so
was
wholesome.
pretty sweet to see.
Yeah.
Also, final thing on the home run derby, kind of crazy. Cal Riley, we just talked about, won it. He only made it past round one by like a couple of inches. So
Huh.
the way that works is there's 10 people, top four advance. If there is a tie on the number of home runs hit, they go to a measurement of who hit the ball farther.
Oh,
So
wow.
Cal Riley tied with another dude, and there was just a matter of an inch or two between their two hits, and that's what
It's
got Cal
crazy.
Riley to advance. Yeah,
That's crazy.
nuts. Um,
Nuts. Nutty.
and then you have the game. It was actually more competitive than it typically is. It went to extended time. So that was on Tuesday. And usually those are like pretty low scoring, right? This one had a lot of runs in it, and it went to something that's never been done before. It was essentially an extension of the home run derby to decide who wins the game. So the way it was set up is each team, you got NL and AL, they each got to choose three batters to go out there, and they get three hits or three swings. So it's regular, same thing as the home run derby, except you've now got three pitches, and it's just your best three hitters go out there versus their best three hitters. Whoever wins,
Huh.
wins. So the guy that went middle for the winning team, he just hit three dong shots in a row. So it
Wow.
was, yeah, it was actually a very exciting All-Star game. But yeah,
Cool.
baseball happened. So
Baseball. It's
then,
still happening.
yeah, the Braves played the Yankees last night, just to sum that one up. Braves kind of threw the game away,
Huh.
but it's Yankees, and I think it was the eighth 8th or ninth, they had a grand slam, and that just kind of blew it apart. So it is what it is.
It be what it be.
It be what it be.
Well, one thing that I was very excited about is that Christian McCaffrey and Olivia Culpo welcomed their baby,
What?
along with Jared Goff and Kristen Goff. So a lot of babies happening recently.
Do we have baby names?
I didn't see what the names were, if they were announced. Did they announce them?
They might not have.
Yeah.
It's a thing that people do.
Colette. Okay, so Christian McCaffrey's baby is Colette Annalise or Annalise, I'm not sure. McCaffrey. Colette is cute. That's a cute name. You don't hear that a lot. And then Jared Goff baby name. That's a popular search apparently. Romy Isabel Goff. That's cute. All these cute, unique names. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Romy is a cute one. I haven't heard that one. Baby fever. It's going around.
Baby fever.
Not much else to say on that.
No, that pretty much sums it up there. So with that then, let's get into this NFL drama that has been occurring. First, mainly the only drama here that we have to talk about, because the other two are not dramatic. They are signings, which is congratulations to those two guys. We'll get into that. Shamar Stewart, who we have talked about a few different times here, is the first-round draft pick for the Bengals. He was brought in to replace Trey Hendrickson as a rundown for everybody. Trey Hendrickson has been the sack leader in the NFL 2 seasons in a row now. However, the Bengals kept saying, wait until next year, we'll do you right, we'll get you signed. Next year comes, wait 1 more year, we'll get you signed, we'll get you that new contract. Well, now we're at the point where Trey's like, I've done my part. I have overperformed my contract multiple times now. I deserve a new contract. And they're like, we don't want to give it to you. So Trey's not showing up. So they draft, which rightfully so, right?
Yeah.
We'll get into somebody that plays the same position that just got a big contract and they got it done. And so it's like, he's just asking for what he's due, it's nothing crazy. So they draft first round Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M. Phenomenal player, but the Bengals again are trying to add this clause to his rookie contract, which basically states that in a chance of default or something like that, he gets no additional income from them. It just cuts it off there. And while it kind of makes sense, it's also never been added to a rookie contract before. So they would make Shamar Stewart.
What is that, like if it gets injured or something? Like what does default mean?
I guess so. I think that's how it reads. But basically, it's never been in a rookie contract before. So, him and his agent are like, we're not going to be the guinea pig that gets tested on here. We will not be signing up for that. So they've pushed back on that, and the Bengals are saying, nah, this is a non-negotiable, man. So, with that being said, a report came out last weekend that Shamar Stewart has left Cincinnati and headed back to Texas A&M, which sparked some rumors that maybe he was going to essentially, in a way to say it, enter the transfer portal from the Cincinnati Bengals and go back to college at Texas A&M. Now
this is wild. Like I didn't even realize that was an option.
I didn't either, but it was kind of funny. I saw a comment that was like, wow, they were going to be the first NFL team to lose somebody to the transfer portal. And it's like, that's not technically what's happening, but that's a pretty funny way to put it.
It is.
So,
yeah.
Wow. But they have come out and said that is not, he will not be trying to go back to Texas A&M. He would like to get this resolved. So time will tell. Time will tell on what they're doing. It's kind of crazy that, again, we've talked about this before, but the Bengals didn't lose their games last year because of a lack of offense. They lost their games last year because their defense was lacking. There was one shining point on that defense, and it was Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, you know what? We don't want you on the team anymore. So
just confused on what their plan is.
Yeah.
Like, what's the...
I'll tell you what.
What is the reason?
I'm glad I'm not a Bengals fan because I would be pretty upset right now.
Oh my gosh.
Especially when you see, going into the next piece of news here, Steelers sign Aaron Rodgers. They
Yeah.
get DK Metcalf. They're making all these different moves. And then the big question mark that they've had this offseason is TJ Watt. When is he going to get his new contract and everything like that? Well, he got it. 3 years, $123 million. He is now the highest paid non-quarterback position. He is up there with Myles Garrett, who just signed a $40 million a year
Yeah.
contract. Jamar Chase for the Bengals, $40 million a year. I think
What is
Max
this? 123 for 3 years. What's that math?
41.
Oh, is it? 41.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 41.
Yep. I think Max Crosby is at 37 or something like that. So you've got Max Crosby at like 37. You've got Myles Garrett at 40. You've got TJ Watt at 41. Trey Hendrickson just trying to get up there with literally everyone else at his position that is doing,
Yeah.
honestly, not as good as him because he has more
Yeah.
sacks than them.
So what position is this?
It's like a pass rusher, essentially.
Okay.
Like their
All
job
of
is
them?
to
All of
they
them
line
are pass rushers?
yes,
Like
they
everyone
line
you
up.
just said?
Yes,
Okay.
they line up on the defensive line, and their job is to sack the quarterback.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, congratulations, TJ Watt.
Congratty.
His brother JJ Watt put out a funny tweet. Like somebody compared their
I saw
lifetime
this.
earnings. So I think TJ Watt's new contract, 3 years, 123, is basically the exact same amount that JJ Watt made over his entire career playing. JJ
Oh, is it
Watt,
really?
Hall of Fame career. So JJ responded to it and said, I swear if this guy ever tries to make me pick up the check when we go out to eat.
Yeah. I saw that. That's hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
So funny.
and then final piece of free agency news from the NFL is Von Miller to the Commanders. So
Who's Von Miller?
that is what I thought you were going to ask. So I am prepared here. Von Miller has won 2 Super Bowls. He was also one of those Super Bowls MVPs. That was on
really?
a team that also had Peyton Manning. So, extremely good defensive player. What's notable about this, he's been to 8 Pro Bowls, and he was the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year when he got into the league back in 2011. So with that being
he's
said,
older.
He's older. He went to A&M from 2007 to 2010, made his debut in the NFL 2011, obviously, because that's when he won Rookie of the Year. Majority of his time in the NFL was spent with the Denver Broncos, which is when Peyton Manning won his last Super Bowl before retiring. And so after he had been with them for a little bit, he got injured, and then he got traded to this place called Los Angeles to play for the Rams and Sean McVay.
This place called Los Angeles.
That year that he was on their team, they would go on to win the Super Bowl. So that's when he got his second Super Bowl. After that, a lot of the team started to retire after they won that Super Bowl. So he was like, okay, it's going to be kind of a rebuild here. I'll take my talents elsewhere. So he went to Buffalo. And that was a big signing for them because what Von Miller brings, even though he is older, is he brings a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room. Now, with the Bills, they gave him a lot of money. I want to say it was like a 6-year contract or something like that. Let me get down here. Yeah, 6-year, $120 million contract. So it was a big boy contract. It didn't really work out for a couple of reasons. He got injured, which was supposed to be a knee injury. While they're looking more into the knee injury, this is in his first season with them. So they're looking into the knee injury. Turns out he tore his ACL. So he's trying to come back from that. So he misses the majority of the 2022 season. 2023 season comes around. He's on the injured list. He comes and he gets activated on October 7th. And then, he's playing for him. And then he gets into a domestic situation in November. That was a setback for him. And finally, 2024 happens. He is still at the Bills. He was given a 4-game suspension without pay for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. So he ended up, after those 4 games, he came back. He got 6 sacks over the course of last season. But I think the unanimous thing here is that since he tore his ACL, it's kind of been downwards. But I
Yeah.
think it's a prove it deal with the the Commanders. And I think seeing as they have a young quarterback, I think he's a good pickup for him.
Yeah.
Got a lot of talent, got a lot of leadership, got a lot of experience. Put that in the locker room, even if he's not like a full-on starter every single game.
Mhm.
He brings a lot of like intangibles to the team.
Cool. Well, I wasn't prepared for you to have like his entire career
Yeah.
history. So
Oh,
that was
I
very informative. Thank you.
I came ready. Yeah.
You came
Boom.
prepared. Cool. What position did he's pass rusher?
hmm
No. Yes. Okay.
Edge.
Um,
Yeah, edge rusher.
okay. Well, I think that almost covers. I mean, only other thing we had. No, we had two other things. The ESPYs happened this week.
They did. They did.
Much to say about it.
There was so we tried to watch the whole thing,
It
just to be
was,
completely honest here. We made it through probably half of it, and then we were like,
yeah.
it's not great to watch.
Well, it's just I don't know. It just felt like they could have done more. I don't even know. Like you want it to be on the level of like the Grammys and like those type of award shows, but it didn't feel like it was, and so it was just some awards were being given out.
Yeah. Um, the big talking point around it was Shane Gillis's opening monologue. Um,
Yeah,
he cracked. It wasn't Shane Gillis's jokes are not for everyone, is what
they're
I
not for
learned from
everyone.
this.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
made some that I would listen to, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a little bit edgy."
yeah,
But then there were other ones that I laughed a lot at. Um, but it kind of felt like it bombed with the crowd because nobody kind of felt like everybody was like, can I laugh at that? Can I not
yeah,
laugh at that? And then it's
yeah.
like he's a big Philadelphia fan, so he tied it all back to like Philadelphia at different points, like
Mhm.
who had the best team or something like that this past year. So they're like going through, and after every single one, he's like, but did they do this? Nah, go Birds. So like just kept like discrediting everyone else, which is kind of funny, but you could see that other people in the crowd that were in
Yeah,
those groups, like the UConn women's basketball team, they were not as thrilled about those types of jokes.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah. And then he made quite a few jokes about the WNBA.
he did. Yeah,
Um,
he did.
so
It was
he's a
edgy.
he, it was edgy.
Yeah,
He's got a specific type of humor. I also think it takes a very like I don't it's got to be really hard to host these award shows. Like
I would agree.
you've got so many different people watching you. The pressure's on to like be entertaining. And like
Yeah,
you're going to
that,
make jokes that people don't like, but then it's like you've got to make enough that most of the people like that it's
yeah,
entertaining, but and like keeping the crowd interested. I don't know, man. I never thought about how hard it would be to host an award show, but
no. And then in the back of your head, after the Chris Rock Will Smith incident, you're like, hell, I might get slapped in the face after I make this
who
joke, you
knows?
know?
Someone might get real mad.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that was crazy. That was a wild time.
Crazy. And we all just moved on from it so quickly.
When did
It's
that
fine.
happen? Was that 2019 or like really early 2020?
If it was really, I don't think it was 20. I mean, 2020 was COVID.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Let's see. This is important
Was it
sports
that
info.
long ago that it was before COVID?
No, I was way off. March 27th, 2022.
Okay, I was like, I feel like it wasn't
Yeah,
that far back. So it's been 3 years, 3.5 years.
nuts. That was. I didn't watch that. I woke up the next day to see all the news reports about it happening, and it's like,
Yeah.
what, what did I
What?
miss?
What is going on? Yeah. So yeah,
Uh,
awards show. It
yeah,
happened.
it did
Um,
happen.
you know what else is happening is golf.
It is. It
Yep.
is. So right now is the Open. It's literally just called the Open.
Yeah.
It is the fourth major of the year, I believe, and it is in Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland. Um, who is your leader? You might be asking. Scottie Scheffler. it is really a competition for second place at this point. So looking at the live standings, Scottie is minus 16 through 11 holes right now for his final like cumulative score. Closest to him, there is a three-way tie for second place. They are at 11 under, so Scottie has a 5-stroke lead on them right now.
How many holes left? 7 holes left.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you have a two-way tie at 8, and then there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way tie for 10.
Oh wow!
So that's where Rory is at down there.
Oh, he's all the way down there? He's dropped then, yeah?
No, well, kind of. Yes.
I thought he was higher when I was watching this morning, but
he was tied for second at minus 10. He's now minus 8. But he's even on today's round of golf. So it's just he had 2 birdies, probably got 2 bogeys at some point. But yeah, so golf, it's happening. It is happening.
Did I hear the announcers right that Rory McIlroy has the course record?
It wouldn't surprise me because it is like his hometown.
Yeah. Which I didn't realize that until we were watching, but
yeah. No, that's why like whenever he's golfing and he makes a putt, you can hear the crowd erupt behind him. Like it's all
definitely the crowd favorite. It makes sense.
Yeah, very much so.
It makes sense. All right.
But yeah, so Scottie doing Scottie things right now. Also, if you haven't seen the Scottie Scheffler clip from his interview earlier this week, he gets real deep on the microphone about what's the meaning of life and what does it all really mean. So
I mean, what he's saying like makes sense from the point of like for anybody who's like a high achiever. It's like you work so hard for the goal and then you meet the goal and then what? It's like college athletes. Like you're working so hard your whole life, but then you graduate and you're done, and now what do you wake up and do every morning?
Yeah. So now it's you go from competing to all right, now I'm gonna go sit at a desk for 9 hours a day.
Yeah, very different vibe. So I don't know. I get what he's saying. I mean, I can't exactly relate because I'm not that good at anything. But I can understand what he's saying.
That's kind of funny to me too. Is like every time he wins one of these, he's getting like $2 million plus. So it's like, I mean, that's pretty good incentive to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up our midnight snacks. Would you like to go into our golf dinner? Or nope,
golf dinner? Excuse you. This is girl dinner. This is girl dinner. It is our women's sports news segment. And of course, really the big thing that happened this week was the All-Star Weekend situation. First, though, the Fever did play the Suns this week, which was the matchup, if you remember. I can't remember the exact date that happened, but early in the season. This matchup had 6 technical fouls in that game. So I was watching, expecting some chippiness to be happening, but it wasn't. Seemed pretty normal.
Pretty quiet.
So nothing crazy happened, yeah.
There we go.
What was the final score? I should have written that down. It's my bad.
Unbelievable.
I know. 85-77, the Fever won. So. And Caitlin Clark got hurt again. So, which I've got a whole I've pulled up a timeline of what her injuries have been this year. So, because this kind of goes into the All-Star Weekend too, because she couldn't do the 3-point competition, which she was supposed to do because of her injury, and then she obviously could not play in the game, either the All-Star game, and she was one of the captains for one of the teams. So she was. So just a quick, she's had a rough season. So on May 3rd, she just sits out because of left leg soreness. Left quad injury that she was dealing with during training camp. Sits her out of that game. And then May 26th, she has, again, that left quad sprain sidelines her. And then she returns on June 14th, and she drops 32 points kind of a
Statement game
rockin'
right there.
statement comeback, right? 32 points, first game in 21 days. So she had 32 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds against the New York Liberty on June 14th. But then just, couple, not even 2 weeks later, June 26th, she's ruled out again. So she had played in 5 consecutive games at that point, but then she has a left groin sprain. So left leg has kind of been the problem at the beginning of the season. But on July 15th, she has a right groin injury. And then July 16th, she missed her 10th regular season game, which is crazy when you think about the fact that she hadn't missed a game since high school before this season, like all through college and her rookie season, like she played every game. So I didn't realize, I thought it was all kind of the same injury happening, but it was the left leg, and then the most recent one was the right leg. So hopefully she gets it all sorted out.
True.
This is a lot all at once for a player to be dealing with. So
yeah, that sucks.
It's tough. Yeah. But with that, All-Star Weekend happened, right? So there's a 3-point competition, which she had to sit out of. Lexi Hull, I think, went in for her. Or no, I guess took her place in right? It was Lexi Hull.
I'm not sure. All I saw about it was that Ionescu just blocked off.
She did, yeah. So Lexi Hull took that spot. Like you said, Sabrina Ionescu popped off on the 3-point competition. So she scored 30 of the possible 40 points. So basically, it's similar to, same idea, right, as the baseball home run competition, is you have a set amount of time and then a set amount of shots. So you go around the 3-point circle and you shoot, I think it's 5 at each spot or something like that. So she scored 30 of the possible 40 points, and then she beat the reigning champion, Alicia Gray, who only had 22 points. So popped off.
Pretty dominant fashion, yeah.
Yes. And her teammate, Natasha Cloud, won the skills challenge. So,
go team.
Go team. So yeah, her teammate, Natasha Cloud, won the skills challenge. So New York Liberty popping off.
Popping off, man.
Get her done. On to the All-Star. Get her done. On to the All-Star game. Team Collier won the game. 150, very high-scoring game. So what was cool about this is, so they had the 2 and 3-pointers, but then they had a 4-point circle. So they had 2 little 4-point circles out past the 3-point line, where if you shot in there, you scored 4 points. So that was like a fun little addition. But I think what that led to was the girlies just having fun shooting from the 4-point circle. And so it was a very high-scoring game with minimal defense. I think they were just having fun. Like, it didn't seem... I was kind of interested, like, all these girls together, like, is there going to be some drama? Like, I don't know. But no, they were just having fun shooting the ball. So the Team Collier won 151 to 131. And in addition, Collier won the MVP award and set a record for 36 points in an All-Star game.
Nice.
So she had a great night.
Yeah, I was
another thing.
I didn't know what to expect with that game last night. Yeah. I was kind of amazed at the lack of defense that was done.
Yeah. I think they all were too.
Literally, like, everybody would get down to the other end, and if somebody got a rebound, it's like, I'm not going to contest you for it. You got it. Yeah, that was.
They had, they do like the interviews of the players on the sidelines, and they had Paige Becker. They were talking to Paige, and they asked her, like, what do you think your coach, your UConn coach, would have thought of your defense in this game? And she was like, oh, atrocious. Like, he would be so disappointed, type of thing. So it was funny. But what was cool too is both teams warmed up, and they had shirts that said "Pay us what you owe us." So I don't know, it's not, you see all of the controversy and all of the drama and the rivalries happening in the WNBA, but at the same time, like they all came together and like united together for this cause to help each other out and help the league advance. So that was
Yeah.
kind of cool to see. And hopefully they can get it all figured out and get these girlies their money. Now that the WNBA, I feel like the WNBA the past year or so, it's really skyrocketed. So I
That's
just hope that they
crazy.
can put this momentum, and
Yeah.
keep it going.
Something changed in the last year or two. I'm
That's none of my business.
just trying to think like
That's
why what a that
that's none of
specific
that.
that specific time frame.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know,
mean
pretty
that.
wild.
I don't know, Josh. That's none of my business. I don't know.
Yeah. Um, but no, I mean, so they're up for a contract negotiation, which is why they were wearing those. I
Yeah,
think it's like their CBA, which is the collective bargaining agreement. We've talked about that with the NFL in the past.
yeah,
Same type of thing for the WNBA. I think something you have to know when you're talking about profits and everything like that is that the WNBA as a whole has not been profitable in years past. However,
mhm,
with that being said, they are set to turn their first profit this year. So,
mhm.
as far as like, I think a large thing that they want with the pay us what we're worth is a profit sharing. So they want a part of the profit that the WNBA is making. I think now that they are officially getting into that, as long as they can maintain the momentum that they're on, because it is
Maintain.
on a very large upward trajectory right now,
Yeah, yeah,
then it's like they're in a good time for the contract negotiation because they have a valid right to like show,
mhm.
hey, here's the progression. We're going to turn profits. We want to be a piece of that because I mean their contracts are pretty minimal,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
very small. So comparatively,
yep.
I mean, considering like Clark, I think she got 80,000 a
Yeah,
year or
it's like a
something with
normal
her.
person's salary. It's
Yeah,
like it's nothing crazy.
but the big three,
Um,
which is Ice Cube, shout out his
yeah,
league, he offered
yeah.
her 1 million per year to skip the
Oh,
WNBA
right,
and
right,
come
right, right,
play in
right.
his league. Yeah,
That's a
so
good point. I wasn't even taking that into consideration. Like they could be going off and making more money
mhm.
elsewhere. What's the time? Like you can't do. Can you do both?
You could, but there's a little bit of overlap, so she would have to. I think like the games work out, but you can't just like
Yeah,
go back and forth and back. And it only
yeah.
overlapped for a little bit, but yeah, I because he Ice
Oh,
Cube
right,
went
right,
on
right.
Pat's show
Yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it, and Ice Cube like Pat was like, "Well, would you be okay if like she competed in all of them except for when the WNBA season starts?" And he's like, "Nah, if we're paying her and she's a paid athlete, I expect her to be there for every
She's
game
getting
that she's
paid that
supposed to be
much,
in."
then she's yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
which rightfully so.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully we keep the momentum growing, right? And so what we can do as fans is just keep tuning in and
Yeah,
keep hoping, keep talking about it,
true.
keep the momentum going
I mean,
for them.
it's been exciting to watch this year, especially when you
It
have Sophie
has, yeah.
Cunningham getting ready to throw hands at somebody in the middle of the game. Like you never know what you're gonna see when you
The
turn it on.
drama definitely helps.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Um, but I mean, people are starting to realize that I think this is huge for women's sports in general too. Like it's great for obviously for the WNBA, but just for women's sports in general, like we're finally getting more attention and we're talking about it more. Um, so just keep it up. Keep tuning
yeah,
in. Keep watching. Keep buying the merch and all the things. So, and we'll do our part to help them.
true.
But yeah, that's about it. So
Yeah,
I am interested, Josh. On to our
yes.
sports question mark segment. So
Sports.
this is our segment where we'll just take something that's happening in the sports world and we'll break it down and like really explain it for any of the new fans out there. And I am one of the new fans on this one because I don't know too much about golf, and apparently there's different types of golf courses. So,
There
Joshua,
are.
could you please explain
Yes.
what that means?
So I'm just gonna do it as a one versus the other. There are technically like six different types of golf courses out there.
Keep it
Um,
simple.
but we don't need to go that in depth because the other five can kind of be summed up to something very similar. So, what we are going to be talking about today is the difference between a links golf course versus a regular golf course. So, if
Links
you have,
as in
uh,
LINKS.
yes, so that is what they're currently playing on over in Ireland. Scotland and Ireland are kind of known for their links courses. And while a lot of places claim to be a links course outside of this area, it is pretty much they're all going to be in the same subsect up there between Scotland, Ireland, and England. So, with that being said, what is a links course? Well, first, I'm going to talk about a regular golf course to try and explain it. Think about when you tune into the Masters and you're looking at Augusta, you're seeing how beautiful it is with the trees lining all of the shots and everything like that. Take all of that away in a links course. There are no trees. It is open
Okay.
and the ground is rolling. Where the ground might be softer at a more normal golf course, the ground here is hard. So you can't get a ton of spin on it. And the way that the ball is going to play when it hits the ground, it's going to roll a pretty far way. So it
What
helps
makes the
golfers.
ground softer versus harder? Like
It's literally
on a
just
normal golf course, they're softer?
yeah, it's the geography of what Scotland, Ireland, and England
Oh,
are.
okay. So okay. So they
Yeah.
don't. Okay.
So, with that being said, let me just go ahead and read a description here. First up, the most famous type of golf course, the links course. Term derives from the Old English word halink, Hlinc, meaning rising ground or ridge, and refers to sandy area along the coast. While many courses claim to be links, call themselves link style, or have the word links in their name, the category is more specific than that. True links courses are mostly found in Scotland, Ireland, and England. The course must be along the coast with sandy soil underneath. Links golf is where the game was founded, as in the sandy soil was perfect for the game and not great for much anything else. Land wasn't of any use for agriculture, so people started looking for a different use for it. The sandy soil drains remarkably well, keeping the ground firm, ideal for a golf course. You can check out the Links Association website, blah, blah, blah. But an example of it would be the old course at St. Andrews, which is a very historic golf course. And yeah, so that kind of sums it up. So, what's the difference? Ground's completely different. It's harder. The ball hits the ground and rolls farther. So your guys that aren't necessarily like the long drive champions, like their ball isn't going to stay in air as long as other people's. It kind of levels the playing field a little bit for them. If they can keep it low, keep it to the ground, it'll roll. With it also
Yeah.
being a coastline, a lot of wind coming in off of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Atlantic Ocean. So you've got to account for that. So also weather, it rains a lot up there.
Yeah.
So yesterday, well, really the whole weekend, if you're watching any of Scotty's rounds, it'll be like sunny, 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 rain, 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 sunny, sunny, sunny for each of his holes.
Yeah.
And it's like they keep talking about the wind with your ball. Like if you hit the ball too high, you're going to knock it into 30-mile-an-hour winds that are higher up. So you got to keep that thing low to the ground. Just let it roll, let it do its thing. But yeah, no. So pretty interesting.
So in a nutshell, a links course is typically, well, does it have to be on the coastline?
Yes.
Okay, so a links course is on the coastline and the ground is harder, so the ball rolls longer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably, well, since it's on the coast, the weather is a bigger component because it's going to be more all over the place and windy. Interesting.
Whereas
That
with
sounds challenging.
Augusta, you're a little bit more
Yeah.
enclosed with the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a different dynamic. So that's why it's been fun to watch this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully
The more you know.
hopefully everyone learned something here today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on to our last thing, our MVP of the week. We each pick our favorite athlete of the week and why and what they did. That was cool. So I'll go first. I feel like mine's pretty obvious. Well, maybe not. Nafisa Collier, MVP of the All-Star game and MVP in my heart. She balled out, quite literally.
I have a two-way tie for mine. I'm gonna go
Two-way
with Big Dumper, Cal Riley, because he's just awesome.
Yeah.
Ambidextrous hitter, both sides of the plate, won the home run derby, I don't know.
Yeah,
So that was pretty
that's
sweet to
true.
watch.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Second, Scottie Scheffler. I mean, he's just in a
Hmm.
league of his own. Before we started the
Yeah.
show, he was at -17, and the closest person to him was -10. I told you that
Yeah.
it's kind of like closed in a little bit since then. Let's see, I'll get a live update here. He is back to -17, but another guy is -12 now. So
Mhm.
still a five.
Sad.
They're through 12. You just got to
This
hold
is
it
at
together for six more holes.
12:30 Eastern time
Hmm.
on Sunday with 6 more holes left. That's where he's at. So
Yeah.
I think he's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, no. He's pretty good. So
Yeah.
it's just fun to watch because he makes it look so easy when
Oh
what he's
yeah.
doing is incredibly hard. So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's pretty cool to watch.
Hmm.
But those would be my two.
Well, you cheated and you picked two, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide because they were both good. Well, that's all we got for you this week. Let us know down below if you have questions, if there are any silly sports questions. Well, there's no silly sports questions because sports are complicated and there's a lot going on. So let us know down
That's
below
facts.
if you need help understanding anything. And tune in next week.
Woo!
We'll
Or
talk to you
we'll
then.
talk about something.
Something else, something will happen, and we'll
Yeah,
talk about it.
sure will.
Bye.
Bye.